I'm gonna show you how to meal prep for an hourglass shape. Let's go. So episode 1, we broke down macros. Episode 2, we did grocery shopping. Episode 3, today we are doing meal prepping for an hourglass shape. Now, the first thing that I'm gonna do is show you guys my calories, my macros. If you watch episode 1, you probably are already in tune, but if not, go watch episode 1. In order to build my hourglass shape is going to be 2,048 calories. We're gonna be eating every single day 100 grams of protein, 275 carb, and 60 grams of fat. A lot of people are like, Heidi, how the heck am I gonna eat 100 grams of protein a day or 150 grams of protein a day? I'm breaking it down so it's a little bit more simple to digest. Get it? Digest. So we're gonna do 4 meals a day. To me, that's more attainable. I can't do 6 meals a day. I just can't do it. I'm too busy, I have too much going on. I just can't do it. Once you break it down that way, it's just 25 grams of protein per meal. I can get 25 grams of protein in 1 yogurt. It's really not that hard once you break it down into meals and then you find different foods that will make it easier to hit your protein goal. Since we're doing 4 meals, what's up, Simba? He cares. Babe, look, he cares. He cares about my macros. Come here. Come here. No. You were so annoying last night. You were so annoying. So 25 grams of protein, 69 carb, and 15 grams of fat. If you are a beginner, I would say don't overwhelm yourself. Just stick to your calories and your protein. If you have 200 grams of protein that you have to hit every single day, it can feel very overwhelming. But if you break it down into meals, whether you eat 4, 5, 6 meals a day, it's not as crazy as it seems. A lot of people struggle on hitting their protein intake every day. So let me show you how I break it down. You guys have seen a million different meal prep videos from me, and I try to switch it up to show you guys different ways that you can do your meal prep. Me personally, this point in my life, I'm able to work half from home, half at the office. I do travel a lot, so I'm constantly on the go. My way of meal prepping for myself is to make large batches of ground beef and chicken and things like that. I will meal prep a few containers, but I mainly use larger containers to just put all the beef in, all the chicken in, all the veggies in. And I do that because I want to switch it up throughout the day. If I'm like, I'm not really feeling beef anymore, I kind of want some chicken. And maybe I want to mix the chicken and the veggies in a different way. I'm gonna show you how I meal prep for myself and then how I kind of measure things out. First thing I'm gonna make is ground beef. This is 96.4. If you guys watched the video episode 2, which was grocery shopping, I really go into detail on why I might pick 96.4, 4% fat. It is a lower fat ground beef. I really break down and show you guys different comparisons on finding a lower calorie option in so many different foods. I'm not gonna do that as much in today's video because we really deep dive in the last one, so go watch the last one. This is Christian and I's favorite thing to make. I do like a medium to high heat. I spray it with avocado oil spray. Again, the video yesterday, I talked about the difference between coconut oil and olive oil spray. I'm not cooking this super high heat. This is medium to high, so I'm gonna go ahead and use some olive oil spray on here. The olive oil spray is 0 calories for 1/4 second of a spray. That's like, I am mind boggled right now. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the beef. I'm gonna do the same thing with the second one. This is 4 pounds of lean ground beef. I'm gonna take minced garlic. This is my favorite thing in the world. Oh, so good. And I'm gonna dump a lot of it on here. I would say maybe like 4 tablespoons. That's not that much, right? Maybe I'll do 5. I love me some garlic. And it's so good for you. Might scare the men away though, with the breath, you know? But I'm married, so he's stuck with me. Beef, gross. Christian and I love these 30% less sodium seasonings. It is 90 calories per packet, but this is 4 pounds, so it tastes so good, it's worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and try to find a lower calorie option. I think Mrs. Dash actually makes one. It's just not as good. It's not as good. So for every pound of beef is a packet. So I'm just gonna do 3 packets and then just add some salt and pepper to kind of spice it up. Y'all might be watching and you're a chef and you might be like, Heidi, you put the seasoning on the beef and you mash it around and then you put it in the pan. Listen, I am not a chef. I'm not Jordan Jamsey. I'm not Martha Stewart, but that's not why you're watching me, right? I'm just here to show you how to cook some food to reach your freaking goals. The best way to achieve your goals is going to be break down the 4 meals, put the 25 grams of protein, the carbs, the fat into every single meal, and you bring it with you every day. If you don't have a game changer bag, you need one. I'm gonna link it down below in the video description. That is the Buff Bunny Collection meal prep bag, so you can actually bring your lunch with you. You can actually bring at least 2 meals in each bag. depending on the size of your container. The average, it should fit 2, and then some like little baggy food and stuff. Ideally, you wanna bring this to work. If you forget your meal prep, I like to keep what I call emergency snacks around. Those are things that I can keep in my purse, in my gym bag, so I'm always going to hit my goals. It's my plan B, if you will. I always shoot for plan A, but sometimes we gotta revert to plan B because life be lifin', okay? And I'm not going to sit here and tell you to have a perfect journey and that you're not gonna ever forget your meal prep. I mean, you should not forget it, but if you do, life be lifin'. Obviously, while the beef is cooking, we are taking advantage of every single minute because I don't wanna be meal prepping for 3 hours. I got to do. I got workouts to build my hourglass shape. We busy. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my rice cooker. I love this thing. I know I've talked about it so many different times. I think I put it on my Amazon storefront. It's the Jirushi brand. I cook the rice, keeps it warm. I usually don't go over like 3 or 4 days, but it's always fresh, warm rice for 4 days straight, which is great. So I'm using the jasmine rice, organic white rice, jasmine. This is just like our favorite. It tastes so freaking good. So all I gotta do is put the rice in there, put the water in there, boom, cook once I plug it in. And then all I click is cook. The rice is good to go. I'm gonna come back to the beef, stir it around. All right, so beef just got done, rice is cooking. Is that all I've done? We're just starting, guys. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is cook the chicken. While I was cooking the beef, I did preheat the oven to 475. I like to cook my chicken at a very high temperature, just so it's crispier and juicy on the inside. So I have 3 pounds of chicken here. I'm gonna use this original, Dano's original seasoning. It's just like a basic seasoning, nothing crazy, right? This is 0 calories, so I feel like some people don't use a lot of seasoning because they think it's gonna be high in calories, but I'm like, smother that chicken in seasoning. Now I'm gonna use some olive oil. This is 3 pounds, so roughly 6, it could be 6 to 8 servings of chicken. Normally I would just kind of like sprinkle the olive oil in there, but just so I'm setting a good example for you guys. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of olive oil. That's gonna be an additional 240 calories, encompassing overall. So you're gonna mix it around. You got the olive oil on there, you got the seasoning on there. I love my minced garlic, so I'm gonna put a little bit of this on there. We're gonna go ahead and put on the baking sheets. Now we're gonna cook this at 475 for 20-ish minutes. I can't give you guys an exact time frame to cook your chicken because sometimes y'all might have the skinny little ones, you might have the real thick ones. By then, maybe do 15 minutes if it's really skinny chicken, maybe a little bit longer if it's real thick.
I am prepping for life, trying to get extra hot for my wife, you know? If a guy's listening, a little leaner never hurt, you know? So I'm trying to get down to 190 from 204, 14 pounds to go. I'm eating like 6 meals a day, 5 ounces of meat at a time. So whether it be chicken or beef, doesn't really matter. I prefer beef because chicken kind of dries out. It's not because she cooks in the oven, but I feel like chicken you have to cook more frequent for it to just stay fresher and me like actually eat the meal prep. But beef, like I can put it in the fridge for 2-3 days and not really care. So just waiting on this rice so I can go.
You said that I dry out the meat?
No, I'm saying chicken dries out naturally faster.
All right, so the next thing I'm gonna make is turkey burgers. Y'all probably seen this on my other meal prep videos, but I haven't made this one in a little while, but I freaking love me some turkey burgers. So I have the Jenny O's 93.7, 7% fat. Again, if you guys watched the last episode, we deep dived into different options for all the meats and how to find the lowest calorie options. Turkey patties, we're gonna be using salt, you took it, Himalayan pink salt, fun fact, 92 minerals. Not only tastes better, but it's much better for you. We're gonna do pepper and we're gonna do some minced garlic. And we're gonna top it with some cheese because we have 60 grams of fat to eat a day. Don't mind if I do. So we have the turkey patties. So typically what I do is I just do it right here in the container, salt, pepper, garlic, bam. All right, love you, babe. Have a good day. Bam. P.S. I also use the same pan as the ground beef. I just wiped it with a wet paper towel just so I could continue on. Oh, that is too much. That is too much garlic. Will cause divorce. I'm gonna cook these at a high heat because we want that crispy, delicious, that crispy turkey patty. If you cook it at a low, medium temperature, you're gonna get a soggy turkey patty, and ain't nobody wants to be eating a soggy turkey patty. So we're gonna put the chicken in the oven. Boom, things are happening. When I meal prep, I try to do as much cooking as I can in an hour. I've done 15-minute meal prep, I've done 30-minute meal prep, 1 hour. The reason that I not only advocate for this is that you are not only gonna be more in control of your food and know that you are fueling yourself to the best of your abilities, but you're also allowing yourself to have more time throughout the week to actually put towards working out. So when people say, Heidi, I don't have time working out, I'm like, really? What's your screen time? You know, I know a lot of moms and stuff, they have kids, they have families that they're cooking for, but if you can meal prep, like what my mom did growing up, is she basically did that. She would meal prep for a day, and that would feed us for like 3 or 4 days in a row. Because it's like, ain't nobody got time to be making fresh dinner every night. I mean, if you were that mom, you go for it, girl. But if you want to make fitness and wellness a priority, you have to get creative and figure out how you can save time to put towards working out. So whether that's waking up early, going to bed late. So if you meal prep 1 hour a week, and you just prepped all your lunches and dinners, you just saved 30 minutes to an hour of making dinner for your family and yourself. So you just saved 7 hours for dinner, 7 hours for lunch. That's 14 hours a week that you just saved. I mean, let's say it's like 30 minutes, right? So you just saved 7 to 14 hours a week by meal prepping 1 hour for the whole week. Girl math, you now have extra time to work out or shop or reach your goals or work on that promotion, work on that dream project, start that freaking business. There are things that you can do to better manage your time, and meal prepping is one of those. So I have all 4 turkey things. I'm gonna go ahead and lay a bed of lettuce here. The reason I do this is so the meat and the cheese does not get stuck together, and then also the meat and cheese juice that gets on the spinach makes it extra good. I'm gonna go ahead and lay the first burger here, smothered with the spinach. Then I'm gonna lay another little bed of spinach. There we go. So now we have 4 turkey burgers, delicious. I mean, this is not like a whole meal by any means, but this is something that you could bring with you to work. And this could be like 4 different partial lunches, if you will. You could just bring some microwavable rice on the side, or you could bring one of these, another container full of like rice and veggies. And then there you go. You have like 4 different lunches for the week. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my favorite mcgriddle breakfast, is what I kind of call it. Because I don't wanna do a ton of dishes, what I try to do is use this same pan. I just get a washcloth that's wet. Them burgers, man, at that high heat, I'm really dedicated to not doing more dishes. I have the 93.7 lean ground turkey, so I'm gonna go ahead and bam, put it in the pan. I'm going to add some onions. Again, I'm not no perfect chef, okay? I probably should have done the onions first, but we out here, we just surviving. We're cooking this at a medium to high heat, and that's because we don't want soggy ground turkey or soggy onions, you know? If anything, a high heat would also be preferred. Definitely forgot to spray the pan. We're gonna add some salt. We're gonna add a little garlic, because you know, why the heck not? Some people in the morning, they'll do like, you know, eggs and oatmeal in the morning, and then meal 2, 3, 4 are the exact same meal, and it just helps them stay accountable. They don't really care, but I care. And food is life. I like options. I'm a girl. So Christian would be totally fine. As you see, like, he'll eat ground beef and rice all day long, every single day, and never get tired of it. But me, I'm like, I want chicken, I want turkey burgers, I want steak, I want all types of things. Another thing I want to talk about is when you're trying to reach your goals, but your period shows up. What do you do? Some of us, we get sugar cravings. Some of us get salt cravings. What I typically do whenever I'm getting those cravings where I'm not actually hungry, it's just my inner woman, my Lolita. That's my, she comes to see me once a month. Lolita shows up. She's a different person. She is angry. She is hungry 24/7. Ways to help manage my Lolita: have snacks ready to go that are low calorie, right? So cucumber with sugar-free Jolly Rancher powder on top. Oof, that's so good. Not only is it helping curb my sweet tooth, but it's also keeping me a little bit more hydrated, which will help my cramps and my Lolita mood. I also love chamomile tea with a little bit of sugar-free vanilla creamer. Ugh, delicious. I drink BCAAs from 1UP Nutrition because they have glutamine. It has collagen, which helps with healthy hair, skin, and nails, and it also tastes delicious. Another one is when I'm on my period and I'm like, I want something sweet. I will mix my BCAAs with water and just sip on it, or I mix it with sparkling water, and it makes it taste like a juice. I also like the Mio droplets that I put in my sparkling water or regular water. Again, sometimes it's just about keeping your mouth busy, you know? Those are my secrets to period cravings and still hitting my goals. Okay, so once your ground turkey is good to go, I like to mix in some sugar-free syrup. We talked about this yesterday in the grocery haul. You can use regular syrup if you want 100 calories per 2 tablespoons. So there's no such thing as bad foods and good foods, in my opinion. It's a balance. And when I say balance, there's things like regular syrup that you can use that is, 100 calories for 2 tablespoons, or you can use sugar-free syrup for the same amount of volume, 2 tablespoons, it's 5 calories. We just saved 95% calories. We are saving calories towards another meal, So now we got some sugar-free syrup. We're gonna be cooking with this ground turkey. It's literally giving McGriddle. Oh my God. Oh, it smells so good. I love syrup, sugar-free syrup. I will put on everything. I am literally the elf from the elf. I am literally Buddy from the elf.
You like sugar, huh?
Is there sugar in syrup?
Yes.
Then yes.
We let that sit for a minute, and then we're gonna go ahead and add some egg whites. You'll wanna measure this depending on how much turkey you have. So right now, 16 ounces, that's about 3 servings. So you can measure the egg whites for like a specific amount to, again, make sure you're hitting your protein goals. I'm like, oh, cage-free liquid egg substitute? What is in here? I don't want that. I want egg whites. I'm gonna use regular egg whites. I like a lot of egg whites with this because it makes it taste really fluffy. And we're gonna cook it at a high temperature, and you're just gonna swirl it around. Not me creating chaos, but I'm like, I have 1 hour. I have 1 hour, nothing. Okay. So I'm really weird about chicken. This has been about 18 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and cut into it. Oh wow, it's perfect and it's juicy. Wow, look at that. Sometimes I also will poke holes in the chicken or make tiny little cuts, and that is so the juice can get into the middle of the chicken and also just help it from getting dry after a few days in the fridge. But again, that's why Christian and I love cooking a lot of ground turkey, a ground beef, and that is because those don't really get dry. They taste fresher longer. This is basically done. I did add some more sugar-free syrup. Another option that y'all can use is the Walden Farm pancake syrup. There's 0 calories in this. Christian loves this. I'm not a Walden Farms girl. I feel like it tastes like chemicals, but to each their own. We can turn this into 4 servings or more because we added egg whites. In this container, there's 20 servings. We used 15 out of the 20 servings, so I used 3/4 of this egg white bottle with 16 ounces of turkey. So it'd be easy for me to calculate, okay, a serving size is 3 tablespoons, and that is 5 grams of protein. So that's 75 grams of protein that I added to this, along with the turkey, right? And that's 25 times 15 is, we'll figure out the math later. So obviously I use Grounds Fitness app for women. That is my fitness app. And we created this so you could have your macros right here. If you go up to this upper right area, it will give suggested macros for you. So you don't have to worry about BMR. You don't have to worry about TDE. You don't have to worry about anything. You just want a fitness app that's like, just eat these macros and you're gonna hit your goals. That's exactly what we created here. These are my macros. And what I can do is I can actually add this entire breakfast meal that I just did. We have a barcode, which is really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and scan these egg whites. And as you see here, we have 25 calories. We did 15 servings. So we're gonna add 15 servings in here. We have 375 calories. We have 75 grams of protein for the entire bulk of it, right? So we're gonna add food. Now, how much turkey? We're gonna scan it, make it a little bit easier. I don't feel like searching it. Boom. We got the Jennie-O ground turkey. And how many servings are in here? We have 4 ounces, 4 servings. So we're gonna say we got 4 servings. Boom, boom, add food. Perfect. So now this bulk meal is 1,100 calories, 163 protein, 0 carb, 32 grams of fat, and we can now break it down, right? So if we want 25 grams of protein, that's exactly 1 week of breakfast for me. How perfect. That's so nice. Again, we have 1,100 calories. So if we break that into 7, 0 divided by 7, 150 calories roughly for each breakfast. Now, we obviously want to add to that meal, right? Because 150 calories, I think no, that's not gonna be enough for me. So we hit our protein goal. Now we can have maybe a little side of avocado. We can have some fruit. So it's not just that meal, but I just wanted to show you how easy it was to track it on Grounds, figure out the macros, and be able to hit your goals. Obviously, like a high protein, delicious breakfast. It is obviously very low in carb, very low in fat. So I would have this, and then I would have a side of fruit. I would have a side of toast, maybe a little bit of oatmeal, because I also have to hit 69 grams of carbs. This would not be the only thing that I would eat, but hey, this is 150 calories. That is amazing. This is like a really good thing to eat if you're like, I am so hungry late at night and you just want something that's high in protein. Again, this is like, it tastes like a McGriddle, I swear, because of the syrup. Syrup makes it better. The meal prepping is done, so I'm gonna kind of show you a few different things that I have here. Again, this takes me roughly an hour, sometimes a little, like an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. Typically, I might meal prep where it's meals ready to go, like you'll see here, but the reason I kind of have it laid out like this is that lately I've been doing more bulk meal prepping, so bulk doing my breakfast, bulk doing my beef, bulk doing my chicken, and that's because I like to switch it up each day. But if you are like, Heidi, I am on the go all the time, I don't work from home, I would consider doing a meal, something like this, having it ready to go so you just grab it out of your fridge each day. But because this is my series, this is my program, I'm showing you exactly what I'm doing. Now, I have the ground beef right here. This is a good amount of beef. We cooked 4 pounds of it, but Christian stole a little bit. We got a lot of white jasmine rice. We have the breakfast. Again, this is gonna last me exactly 7 days, 7 different mornings, but just the protein portion of it. Remember, I wouldn't just eat this and that's all. I have some chicken here. I laid this on a bed of spinach and I put the juice on top. So freaking good. Then I wanted to show you guys the turkey burgers here. So I have the 4 in here. Honestly, if I was in the office all week long, I would just bring this. I'd probably bring a container like this and then some frozen bags of veggies, and that would be my meal prep on the go, which is really nice. So I have the bulk meal prep. Obviously, this is not gonna last me an entire week, but I wanted to show a few different ways of how I mix it up. So breakfast, what I might do is I will have my McGriddle turkey in the morning. I'll have a whole avocado and then a side of berries. So this would be like the perfect ideal breakfast for me. It's roughly right at 500-ish calories, high protein, got a little bit of carbs in here. Obviously, this is a higher protein, higher fat breakfast, lower-ish carb, but don't worry, I would make it up for meal number 2. Having cut up cucumber is super nice just to have in your fridge or bring it to work whenever you feel like snacking on something. You can do it by itself. I love fat-free Italian dressing, that's my favorite, or I only have one of these packets left, so I'm totally not gonna do it right now, but this is sugar-free watermelon Jolly Rancher. It's so freaking good. What I'll do is open this up, I sprinkle it all over the cucumbers, and it's such a sweet tooth craving perfecter, if you will. I don't know, it is freaking good, guys. Another thing I wanted to show you is maybe instead of having raspberries in the morning like I do, I have a lot of fruit allergies, so I am limited what fruits I can have, but I showed you guys like this little mix of some strawberries, blueberries, and grapes. This would be a great option for you guys in the morning. This is like Christian's ideal like snack as well. He loves berries. Berries are so good for you guys. Literally the blueberries, I wish I could eat blueberries because those are one of the highest antioxidant fruits you can have. So highly recommend incorporating blueberries into your diet. If you can have that in the morning, every morning, you are winning at life. This is a little salad. Obviously, this is kind of like a basic bitch salad. This is probably like 200 calories-ish once you put the salad dressing on it. 2 boiled eggs, big thing of spinach, 1 whole bell pepper. So this isn't gonna be like super high in calories or anything. This is more so for me to get my greens in. This is like what I would call the ultimate snack pack. This is protein, carbs, and fat. It's ideal. So we have half a avocado for your fat. We have 2 eggs to get high protein, and we have 2 little mandarin oranges to get some carbs in there. This is like an ideal snack pack if you're like, hey, I'm on the go. 2 boiled eggs, if you keep them in your fridge, 2 little mandarin oranges, cut an avocado, boom, call it a day. A few things that I like to have ready on the go at all times are 25-gram proteins. Obviously, like if you run out of your breakfast thing in the morning, or maybe you forgot to eat in the morning, keeping these at work, 25 grams of protein, are you freaking kidding me? This should be illegal. 25-gram protein yogurt is incredible. You obviously don't need protein granola to go on top of that, but if you want a little bit of granola, protein granola this is my favorite. Love it. Some other things that I like to have for Power Vanilla protein shakes, you're probably tired of me talking about this. I'm not sponsored, I swear. Using them in my coffee. I use this as cereal milk. I use it to get in my protein if I'm lacking that day, or maybe I forgot one of my meals. You're on the go, you're at the airport. My favorite protein bars are the Power Crunch bars, the Bear Bell bars, and then the 1UP ones. I am completely out. They're sold out right now, so that's how freaking good they are. But if you guys like 1UP products, their protein bars are chef's kiss, but they're sold out right now. Keeping chomps just in your backpack, in your purse, at your desk, at work. This helps you get in your protein intake. Avocados are great. You can sit them on the counter if you're in a dorm, if you're in an office, just kind of keeping them on your desk, making sure that you're getting your good fats in. I like keeping the little treats, like if I'm like, I am craving a cinnamon roll, or donut, whatever it is. I like the Legendary snacks, so I try to keep these on hand. Protein chips, I love the Legendary protein chips. These are 150 calories, 20 grams of protein. And then honestly, the barbecue and the ranch dipped, using it to scoop up your beef, delicious. As always, well actually no, I think I just talked about this on my Lazy Girl Meal Prep, but I love, not the tuna, I'm not a tuna girl, but white chicken. If you are in a pinch, like keeping these at your desk, at work, again in your purse, whatever you can do, just to have, like you can mix them like fat-free Italian dressing, maybe like a little bit of like low-calorie mayo. If you have a salad at work, you're able to pick up a salad, or maybe you have some stuff in your fridge, I don't know, but having your protein on the go is super helpful. And that's kind of it, guys. This is my meal prep for this time. All right, guys, before we work out, we're gonna be making a little cocktail, all right? We got pre-workout, we got hydration. I've been using the 1UP products for over 10 years now. I think 11 years maybe? 12 years, a long freaking time, okay? I believe in them because everything is third-party tested. That basically ensures what it says on the label is actually what is in the bottle. They actually ended up creating their own manufacturing unit just so they could be more in control of what is in these products. Quality is #1 for them. They also have great flavors. I take it on days that I need it, which I'm always very transparent about. So today's one of those days, all right? I forgot I left this in my car. It's now clumped together, so I'm really gonna have to power through today's workout, but it's all right. It's okay. There are 25 scoops in here. Honestly, one of these could last me a year because I don't take it every day. I just take it on days I need it, and I usually take a half scoop. That is very sad. So no pre-workout today, but I am gonna take the Hydration Plus by 1UP. This is their watermelon flavor. Essentially, a lot of us tend to be dehydrated. We're drinking energy drinks, we're drinking coffee, we're drinking pre-workout, and we might be drinking water, we might be eating certain foods, but we could be missing essential electrolytes that we need in order to keep our body hydrated. A lot of us don't drink enough water. When you're doing that, you're limiting what your body is able to do, what your brain is able to do. You're limiting yourself when you're not drinking enough water. But I'm also guilty of it at times, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 whole scoop in here. Oh, look at this teeny tiny baby scoop. Look at it, it's so little. Oh! I love me a good soda, so I use sparkling water. This is just sparkling water, 0 calories. And I mix it in. Oh, it's so frothy and fun. Just keep in mind, you can't shake your shaker cup if you put a sparkling water in there, otherwise it's gonna explode. So what I typically do is keep it open. Delicious. Okay, I'm gonna throw this away. If you guys use any of the 1UP products, use code BUFFBUNNY. It'll save you 20% off. No one talks about how hard it is to get up on the Stairmaster after you're sore from leg day. We're going into another leg day. I'm like, oh. Ooh. Welcome to leg day number 2 of the week. We are on day 3. It is leg day number 2. We're doing 2 leg days in a week because I'm crazy. 5 minutes, slow pace. We're just kind of get some blood flowing, especially because my legs are a little sore. Glutes they sore. We are gonna do a nice, decent pace for 5 minutes and start the workout. First movement of the workout is gonna be Smith machine squats. This Smith machine is a little heavier than a normal one. I think the resistance starts at 30, so I'm not gonna go as heavy as I normally would on a Smith machine. But let's do a warm-up set of just the bar, get some blood flowing. You don't wanna go stand up and down and go down because you're gonna feel a little top heavy. You're gonna lean forward too much. You're actually gonna step a little bit forward. Squat into it, there we go, 1. And if you guys watch the Grounds Instagram videos, I talked about proper squat. Pretend you have an egg here. That's where you're gonna keep your neck. Hold the egg. You're gonna hold the egg under the chin. Whatever position you can do with your legs to get you in a lower position. I have a lot of friends where they would be doing this, and as soon as I had them open up, they're like, oh, I can go a lot lower. You go low, you go low, pop. All right, moving on. We're doing a Smith machine reverse lunge. That is where you get under the Smith machine, and instead of lunging forward, you're doing a reverse lunge. So think, reverse, reverse. Step your foot back, and make sure the bar is like right in the middle. You should be upright, and then straight down. 1, 2, we're doing 10. Ooh, this Smith machine, man. 3, 4, Make sure to push up with your heel, not your toes. You'll feel it more in your glutes. Woo. The first week will suck the hardest. But with each day that goes by, each week that goes by, it's gonna suck a little less. It'll still kind of suck, but it gets a little easier. When you come down, try to go as low as you can, kind of spread the legs a little bit and go back up. So spread them, push. I usually stack up the leg press all crazy. I'll do like 6, 8 reps, sometimes 4. I'm an ego lifter. But this program, I'm like, no, we're doing progression. We're starting at 12. Next week, we should decrease to 10. And I'm humbling myself. I was like, 12 reps? Nah. But because I'm, halfway through my workout, or almost halfway, and I'm sore from 2 days ago, this 45 and 45 is looking real good. I'm struggling. Last set, best set. Woo! Next set, best set, y'all. We got lying hamstring curls. I am feeling that leg press. I'm feeling it. My biggest tip with this movement is, and I still struggle with it, is not swinging the weight up and just like moving through the reps. Really power up on the way up and then slow on the way down. Curled up, slowed on the way down. Doing that will help you control the weight, and this movement is so important because this is under butt that we're doing right now. Not gonna lie, I'm a weak bitch when it comes to leg extensions, but here we go. We got a 25-pound plate on here. Really need to increase my strength. Ready? So with this one, kind of same thing. Don't swing the weight like this because you're really not doing much. And that's why I'm humbling myself with a lower weight, taking my time with each rep. Don't lock out your knees at the top. Sometimes people think that you gotta like squeeze your quads. For me, that gives me knee pain. So what I do is I come up as much as I can without like squeezing and holding at the top. I come down, and before it hits the ground, I keep the tension, come back up. You'll probably think I'm trying to break up my really sore muscles, but really I'm releasing anger from my work day, okay? Does this actually help break up muscle? I don't think so. I don't think it does anything, but it makes me feel good. My best tip is whenever you're doing lunges, you wanna go down as low as you can without hitting your knee to the ground. Also, pretend you still have that egg that you're holding on to, so you're not pulling your neck back. You're not super low, hold your egg. And control the weight you have in your hand. So don't lean over a lot. You wanna go up and down, just like this. Whoop. We got one more movement, but before I show you guys the last movement, I want you guys, what is language? What is English? I wanted to show y'all my outfit of the day, because I didn't get to show you guys my fit. And it's a Buff Bunny Collection bodysuit. This is one of my favorite items we've ever done. It is double compressed in the stomach, so it almost acts as shapewear, which is nice. It makes you feel like real snatched. Obviously, I work hard for my body. I do have a small waist, but this bodysuit, look at this. I got accused of photoshopping, actually, some of my thumbnails, because I was wearing this bodysuit, and they were like, she photoshopped. And I'm like, it's the bodysuit. I'm not even gonna say I worked hard for my body, it's a bodysuit, all right? If you guys do wanna pick up a bodysuit or check out the other items on buffbunny.com, I do have a discount code. It is BUFFBUNNY, or you can use, I think, welcome 10. Just use Buff Bunny. It gets you 10% off your order, so you can try out the pieces, feel them out, make sure you love them. You'll love them. Let's do our last movement. All right, guys, last movement is going to be calf raises. I got some dumbbells here. I got a plate on the ground. There's mixed feelings about a deep stretch before you go up, but what you wanna do is you do a calf raise, right? I usually just do it on the flat ground. If you do add a little bit of an elevated plate to it, you're gonna get a nice stretch and a better range of motion. Oop, went too high there. If you're down low like this, you're gonna get a better range of motion coming all the way up and down. But some studies have shown it makes no difference to do this versus flat on the ground. So I'm just gonna go flat on the ground. Because, you know, honestly, like, I've worked really hard for my calves in the past and it doesn't do much. So I will say though, like, don't just relax at the bottom of this. Keep the resistance, tap, go up. tap, go up. Like you're not chilling and resting at the bottom. Schmiegel in this position. Insert a Schmiegel face on my face.
And I open the trunk and Isaac's tied up but with tape. And I'm like, the answer is of course not. We're all in here for fitness and we're all in here for one common goal. So train where you want and get after it.
I love it. All right, guys, that's the end of the workout. Just wanted to remind you guys that if you are following the series, yay, thank you so much. You can follow the program that I'm doing on Grounds Fitness app. Grounds is a fitness app designed for women. We have workouts, programs, nutrition experience, period tracker, journal, track your water, track your heart rate, track your steps, track literally everything that you need to. And we have a built-in community social media space, if you will, in the app where it's women only. You can talk and chit chat about anything you want. I'm really freaking proud of this app that we've created. Come hang out, chill with us on Grounds. We have a free trial so you can try it out for 7 days. Make sure you fall in love with it, see how it changes your life, how it changes your week, and then you can make the decision whether to cancel or continue. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. As always, for this whole series, I'm choosing 2 of you to win a year-long free membership to Grounds. This is $500 value for each membership. All you gotta do is give the video a thumbs up, comment below your favorite part of the video, or if you're loving this series, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in episode 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll see you in episode 4.
Oh, you're right. No.
Well, you're so sweaty. Hi, Nick.
Compression's a little tight, you know?
Yeah, it's a little
Need some
snug.
help.
A little snug.
Stays there for days.